podcast. That over there is Crybaby Deluxe.
Wow! Wow! That hurts.
That was Lance's idea. I thought it was cute.
Wow! Okay.
We're both water signs. It's not like, the pot calling the kettle black or whatever the fucking saying is.
I don't freaking know. But that over there is Charlotte, also known as Bond. James Bond.
That's pretty clever.
Okay,
I applaud you.
I'm pretty sure Gary gave me that.
Oh.
So I'll just get right into my month so far.
Yeah, it's been... we talked last podcast, our last episode about
my finger.
About your finger.
Yep. So we started off August real nice with a nice haircut.
Right, yeah.
I've been thriving off of this haircut. But then the next day, that's when I got the needle stuck in my finger. And then the next day, I had to take my dog Sadie to the vet because she got bit by a spider and had a lump the size of a kiwi on her little chihuahua leg.
Oh. Well, she's not just chihuahua, what is she?
Whoa, quiz. Poodle.
Chipoodle?
It's Puwawa or Choodle.
Choodle. Choodle matches Sadie a lot better.
So yeah, I had to take her to the vet, and then we monitored that for a little bit, and then I had to get before her teeth came out. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I went to the ER. Sadie went to the vet, and then my boyfriend Gary went to the emergency room because he broke his ankle. What a month, you know?
And right before you're supposed to go to
I don't want to talk about it.
What was it, Universal?
Yeah. So even though we live in Florida, we never really get to go to these theme parks around us, and he broke his ankle on Saturday. The next day, we had plans to go to Universal, and for free, and it just broke my heart. So yeah, this upcoming Monday, he's got to get surgery because his ankle is that fucked up. I have to baby him by bringing him food, water, as he gets to lay in bed all day. But after, I was so upset about him breaking his ankle and us not being able to do anything, and then just how everything's going to be changing since I'm a one person taking care of a child now.
Yeah.
But then I kind of calmed down and just felt really grateful for where I am right now. The fact that Gary's able to take time off for his ankle.
Yeah.
The fact that I was able to go to the doctors with him because I pretty much missed a whole day of work and I didn't have to tell anyone. I didn't have to ask anyone. So I was really grateful for that. And then the fact that I actually have a savings that's going to be able to pay for the bills while Gary's out of work and stuff.
I feel that's something that isn't really brought up in podcasts very often is I feel the podcasts we listen to, a lot of them already have a following or are pretty well off enough where they're not worried about this kind of thing breaking the bank.
Yeah.
Thank God your accident at work was covered.
Yeah, because if we had 2 accidents that needed to be paid for out of pocket.
Plus Sadie and...
Yeah.
God knows whatever the fuck else is going to happen this month.
Yeah,
August isn't over yet.
Yeah, she cost us about $300 between her teeth and her bug bite, her spider bite.
Right.
But yeah, I just, after being so mad at him and us hating each other, being at the hospital with him when I had to go get him, we were pissed off at each other because he's hurt and I feel bad for him, but then I'm also literally the day before we're supposed to go. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really good. Let me see. Oh, I wanted to start off with this, but I totally forgot. I was just outside walking my dogs, right? You came out with me. The pizza man drove past, right? So Riley barked at him.
Of course.
And then as I'm walking the dog, I'm literally, why is this car driving so fucking slow? I'm is it my neighbor and he's waiting for me to move so he can get into his driveway or something, right? No, it's my neighbor from way down the road, and he's like, "Can you do me a favor, darling, or sweetheart," right?
Ugh.
Well, I know him.
Okay.
I know him. Like, I used to stay the night right next to his house with, I don't know his whole situation, but with Angel, I used to stay right next door with him, and we would have a big movie and Uno card night in the backyard. So, like, I used to be there all the time with him. I used to borrow things from him. He used to give me things for free, like, for arts and crafts and stuff that I did.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, so I know him, but I'm fucking walking the dogs at 9 o'clock at night, and you just come up slowly behind me in your car and go...
In a not well-lit street, like...
I have one street light. And he's just like, "Darling, can you do something for me?" And I'm like, not be creepy? I literally said, like, not be creepy. And then he said, "Well, you've seen my Facebook. When you post things on Facebook that he posts, I don't want you talking about it in person. I don't want anyone to ever do that. What he posts..." Okay, I want to say he's like 50-something years old.
Yeah.
Late 50s, you know? And he posts things. Let me see if I can even look something up right now. Found it. Okay. Last post. Last post from 9 hours ago is a, like, meme, and it says, "Ribbed condoms don't taste like ribs."
Ew. Pause, I gotta sneeze. Ribbed condoms.
Yep. Okay, now here's another post. It's this guy on a shore, like, getting mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, whatever, from...
CPR.
Huh?
CPR?
Yeah, I thought you said XPR. I'm like, what is that? By two female, sorry, there's a bug in here. By two female lifeguards, and one is on his mouth, and the other one is further down his body. Like his junk, and it says, "I'm no doctor, but if anyone here is going to save a man's life, it's going to be the girl on the right who's in his downstairs area."
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I can't believe he just said that, but he just wanted to let me know that his cat got out, and if I could keep an eye out for him, but... Wow. I don't like that.
That happened to us both, when we first, got into roller skating. When we were skating around the block, and it was probably like dusk time, so like when we ended our skating, it was like pretty dark out, and we both sat on the ground to take off our skates because God fucking knows you can't stand
Oh my
up.
god! Oh yeah, dude, I just remembered that.
Yeah, and I mean, he lives here, right? We've seen him. We saw him when you were getting your car battery.
Yeah, we actually saw him, like, the day before or something, because we were both at AutoZone, and I was getting my car battery for my Jeep.
But I didn't recognize him, probably because I didn't have my glasses on.
Yeah.
But we were sitting on the ground taking off our skates, and he's like...
I don't know why guys just think that it's okay.
And he wasn't riding the bike. He was walking the bike.
Yeah.
So he was going by real slowly, and he said something like... Hey guys, or hey ladies, and then
we didn't answer because
we said nothing, which should be a fucking indicator.
Yeah, because we're like a little creeped out, a little scared.
Like, we're on roller skates. I can't run.
And don't say like, "Hey ladies." Just walk by and be like, "Hey."
Or how about this? Keep your fucking mouth shut. You're a grown man. We are two women sitting on the floor, and it's dark out.
Yeah.
How about
not
you
only
use that
that
fucking tiny peanut-sized brain and zip your mouth?
Not only that, but like, we were keeping an eye on him because he was like having a hard time getting his bike unlocked, and it just kind of seemed like he was stealing that person's bike. And so we're already like on high alert for this guy.
About that, yeah.
And then he's like, "Hey ladies."
And then we didn't say anything.
What did he say? Are you guys asleep?
He said, no, I think he just repeated it. We still didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm kind of getting up, like, going in front of you. I'm like, okay, if this guy's gonna do something, Amanda can use her legs. I have one skate off. I'll kick. And then I think he said, like, something like,
Are you guys...
What's the matter? Are you asleep? Or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, which was so weird to say.
Yeah. You think I'm asleep right now?
On the ground? Outside.
Literally.
I'm moving.
Not even in the yard. On the fucking road. Like, God, that's the kind of thing that, like, alright, catcall all you want.
Yeah.
Look all you want. But don't make a female at night, when they are vulnerable, feel like at any moment she's gonna get, like, put in a fucking van, or, like...
put on your bike and take it away.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, that guy was walking his bike.
Yeah.
What was your neighbor driving?
An SUV, and there was a lady in the passenger seat, so...
Well, My Favorite Murder has taught us that even couples are dangerous, women do not equal safety.
Yeah. But speaking of situations like that at night, there's a house, a complex, I guess, next to us, and the middle people, I literally call them homeless people, because there's so many people going in and out of that house. And I mean, obviously they have shelter, so they're not homeless, but that's just the vibe they give. And me and Gary, when it's nice out, like back in like October, September of last year, we would walk to the gas station if you wanted like a drink or a snack, because it's not far and the weather is nice outside. And I was walking with Gary, with my boyfriend.
Who's not small.
No. And these two homeless ass people drive by.
Just general trash, yeah.
Yeah. Just general white trash. And he says something like, "Oh, who do we have here?" Excuse me?
Is this a bad movie or something? What the fuck?
Like
bad script. Who
my
wrote
God.
this?
My God. These older men who have no job, no life, think that they can catcall women.
It's so weird because this happened to me yesterday.
What?
At Andrettis.
You got catcalled?
No, it was very face-to-face.
You're hot.
It wasn't that direct.
Wow, I've never seen such a thick girl like you.
Hold on, what are we talking about before we talk about Andrettis? Because I have other things to talk about.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Well, yesterday I brought my younger brothers to Andrettis, which I think the last time I went to Andrettis was probably, like, middle school or something. I haven't been there in a minute. So quite a surprise when I walk in, and the arcade has many more games.
Yeah.
There's, like, this weird,
upstairs.
Like, yeah, but, like, treetop trek at the zoo.
What?
Yeah.
Where are you trekking from?
Like,
just over the games?
Over the fucking games.
Okay, wait, I think I remember that.
Yeah, and, like, you have harnesses and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not very big. It's probably,
I guess it is for kids.
30 feet by 30 feet. Like, it's very small, and there's, like, 3 things to do. But, also, the last, like, arcade-type place I went to was, like, Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, and I might have gone with you unless you've been before.
No, I think the last time was with...
Okay, yeah, for your brother's birthdays.
Yeah. Well, Chuck E. Cheese still does paper tickets. Andrettis doesn't. You just have a card where you put money on it and you swipe it to play a game, and then the tickets go on the card. Which makes sense, but, like, why does Chuck E. Cheese still do paper tickets? I prefer the paper tickets. I feel like 4 tickets in a hand versus a card, like, I don't know, it's more rewarding to have, like, a bunch of tickets just, like...
Okay, wait, I'm just now catching up to this shit.
God.
So, I thought you were using the card to, you put money on the card.
You do that, too.
Oh, okay. So it's both.
Yeah, it's both.
Okay. Yeah.
So
no,
I
like, want tokens. A handful. I want to be tripping over my paper tickets.
You want to be able to walk around and, like, find, like, 5 tickets on the floor and then just be stoked that you got 5 free
now
tickets.
You can't steal things anymore.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so...
Oh, and also, probably, the reading machines that eat the tickets and tell you how much, you can't, like, fake them anymore either.
Yeah, no.
Man.
I know.
They're catching up.
I know. I mean, finally. Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, that was a surprise. And so we went and did mini golfing, and it was, like, $24 for all of us. Wow.
Was it fun?
It was quite a game, quite a round of golf.
Oh, okay.
We walk up and there's like the fake grass, and then on the sides there's like what's supposed to, like, be the bumper for when the golf ball, like hits curb. It. It's just brick. Just,
like brick stones?
like, brick. Like the rectangles.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, not bad. But then there's parts where there's supposed to be water flowing, and, like, moats, completely dry. Has not had water in it in God knows how long.
What?
Just full of leaves and spiders. So that was really gross.
That's not fun.
Yeah. And, like, the place where you put, like, the tee where you're supposed to put the golf ball is, like, just a rubber mat that's been, like, moving around and, like, degrading and shit. And,
it's, like, the only mini golf here in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So they need to...
Yeah. I mean, Orlando has, like, some pretty big ones. Like, the only thing it is like, a mini golf area.
I want to do one of those.
Yeah, like, I think there's, like, a pirate-themed one, which looks cool.
Safari, where the plane crashes.
Yeah. So we do that, and the first hole, like, they're, like, numbered or whatever, the first one, Victor really hits that shit hard, and it goes over the fence, where, I guess there was a train track that went around the park and is no longer there.
Oh my gosh.
So, like, it went over this gross fence.
Hopped?
He had to hop.
Okay.
He had to hop the fence and get the ball. It's like a good 5 minutes, and we're finally getting along with the first hole. And so Enzo does it. I guess I'm saying names because I just said it. We all hit the balls, and it's whatever. Just gross, general grossness. Like, there's bamboo next to the, like, the grass, and, like, the bamboo is, like, over it, so you're, like, walking under it where there's definitely spiders, like, so many spiders. And then it starts to rain.
Oh.
So we're just, like, outside playing really shitty mini golf. No one's really going by any games. I decided not to get scorecards because I figured nobody cared. Correct.
Man.
Nobody cared. Like, we'd
I
all
want to
get
play
it.
like an honest game one day, though.
We'd all get it in the hole except for one person, and then, like, the last person would just be, like, kicking it into the hole just to get it into the hole. And I think Enzo hit it too hard at one point and went over the fence that, like, surrounds the property, where, like, the other side of the fence is like a ditch.
Oh my god.
And so I'm like, okay, well, you can just use mine. And then it was just two people playing mini golf and I'm just carrying around a stick. Still raining, like, the whole time. It was, like, just gently sprinkling, and my hair got, like, 4 times the size.
Yeah. My
glasses are covered in water. I probably would have been more luck just no glasses, but yeah, that was a waste of time.
Yeah.
But we went inside, and we decided I got $8 per both of them for arcade money. And I spent $10, $5 each, on this new VR game. And, like, you go in this, like, container thing, you put on the headset with, like, the handles or whatever, and they're playing, and it's, like, $5 for 10 minutes. And the attendants are supposed to come and get you at 10 minutes for some reason. Like, it doesn't just shut off. So they were playing for, like, 15, 20 minutes, just going on, and I'm just sitting there because if one is in the room, I didn't want the other one to go spend the $8 in 5 minutes and just, like, come back and just sitting. So we're, like, there's a screen where we can watch what's happening, and we're just, like, watching it. It's, like, literally point and shoot, and that's it. Like, you have a shield, and you're shooting robots, like, the whole time. For, like, 20 minutes. Like, that's gotta get so fucking boring. But they both played. Both of them ended up walking out before, like, the attendant even came to get them.
They're like, I'm done.
I'm
Where's
bored.
the lady at?
Yeah. So, that was fine. We went and played some arcade games. They tended to play, like, Pac-Man and Galaga, which is super weird.
Weird.
They played Fruit Ninja a couple times.
Okay. I totally forgot about that.
I feel like I haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese enough or recently to really understand, like, how much each game is. But I feel like if it, like, a token is 25 cents, I think it is. I feel like the max is, like, $1, right?
Yeah.
Per game.
No. Yes. But what are you about to tell me?
Andrettis starts at 50 cents and goes all the way up to $3.50.
For what?
For a game.
No.
Yeah, like, there was this one that was $3.50. It wasn't even a game. It was, like, a ride quotes, a ride. And
Okay.
they just sat in chairs that were, like, kind of tilted back, staring at a screen with 2 fans on the side. And they were, like, watching, like, this spaceship, like, go through a race. They can't control it. It's, like, pre-done.
What?
They're just sitting there, and, like, the chair's, like, going with, like...
Are the chairs yellow?
I think so. Yellow or orange.
I think I did that with Travis when we went that last time.
And there's, like, fans that, like, blow air on you and shit.
I think so.
That was, like, $350.
I think that's the only thing we did in there, though.
Really?
Yeah, because we went there for the really fast go-karts.
Right,
So
yeah.
then we just had more time to kill, so we just
would
did
have
that.
been able to do by myself.
Yep.
But yeah, that was pretty dumb.
I believe in you.
We stayed, not spent. We stayed maybe an hour and a half, somehow. And, they collectively got 136 tickets. But Victor himself only got 36 tickets. So, and somehow, I guess because I'm not, like, I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters, but because we're not close, I guess I don't understand the dynamics of siblingness. Because even though Victor got 36 tickets, and collectively, they could have each had 68 tickets, like, together, like, evenly, Victor got the 100 tickets, and Enzo got the 36 tickets.
Oh!
And I'm
Big
like,
brother took them.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna interrupt. Like, Enzo was fine with it. Like, it happened to him all the time or something. Because, like, I'm not gonna interrupt this. Obviously, they have some kind of deal going on. The lady ended up giving us, like, 150 tickets for some reason. I guess because we did the VR or something, but whatever. That was, that was weird. But, circling back to creepy guys.
Oh, yeah. That's why we're on that.
Yeah, while they're in the VR for, like, that's how we stayed so long, because they were in VR for so fucking long. While Victor was in, doing the VR, Enzo was kind of just gently wandering away and coming back and wandering away. And I'm sitting there at the Deal or No Deal, just watching the screen, watching what Victor's doing, shooting the same fucking alien over and over again. And I'm just sitting there. My phone's at, like, 7%, so I can't even be on my phone. And my arms are crossed. That is the universal sign of, don't fucking talk to me. I'm closed off. In church, my pastor would say that there's, like, 3 stances you're not supposed to stand in because it's locking yourself off from God or something like that.
Fuck off.
And one of them was crossing your arms. And I believed it so hard. I didn't say God's name in vain, and I didn't cross my arms. That for, like, a while, obviously. That's not part of my life anymore. But for a minute.
I've never heard that.
He made that shit up. Are you kidding? He totally made that up. He just didn't want, it was like his way of, like brainwashing teenagers to not be little dicks, you know? So, arms are crossed against God and men, and this guy walks by in front of me, in between me and the VR machine, and he looks in there, and he's like, oh, cool, I haven't seen that before. Not to anybody. Not to me. He's not looking at me. He's just saying it out loud.
I hate that. Like, they want you to be like, oh, yeah, it's a new thing.
Yeah,
and then they turn to you like, oh, you're starting to talk to me. No, what? What do you want?
Who does that?
If you want to talk to me, say something. But then don't, because I don't want to talk to you. Bye, Sadie. We going? Okay.
She's gonna boof right into the microphone.
Boof.
So this guy says it, he looks at that, and then he turns around to me, and he's like, have you been in there? I'm like, nope.
Wait, you just pointed a finger. Did he point a finger at you?
No, he pointed at the machine. At
Wait,
the
he
VR
did
machine.
what you just did?
Have you been in there? Not with the finger gun. I did finger guns. He just did a general point.
I was like, wow, awkward.
He's like, have you been in there? And I said, nope. And he's like, are you gonna go in there? I'm like, no, not really. I don't think so. And he's like, huh. And then, at this point, he's standing kind of in front of me, but, like, far away. Then he turns and scoots and stands next to me, facing the VR machine. Like, we're in the same fucking group. And then he keeps saying, like, this is cool. Like, last time I was here, they didn't have this.
Didn't know you were a regular. I'm not a regular.
Who the fuck's a regular at this rundown piece of shit place? And so he keeps saying that. I haven't looked at him once. And then in my head, I'm like, later, if he attacks me, maybe I should know what his face looks like. So I look over at him, just exactly what you think he looks like. Like, if any creepy, kind of older guy, trashy, sweaty looking guy, the patchiest beard I've ever fucking seen.
Just shave it. Just shave it.
Just shave it. Nair it if you have to. And I looked at him, and then I think he got the gist of I was not into this fucking conversation. Enzo was just walking around, looking at him, looking at me, walking away. I'm like, Enzo, ask me something. Ask me if I can come see a game with you or something. Like,
he's like, I guess Charlotte's boyfriend is here.
But yeah, he ended up walking away and just generally looking at me throughout the whole time we're in the arcade. But then we went to Dell's. Dell's was good.
Oh yeah.
Victor got a 32-ounce Heath and vanilla ice cream milkshake.
Excuse me?
32 ounces.
I can't even finish the smallest amount of ice cream that you can get there. That's why I just
got a small cone. I'm like, oh, wow, this is getting too much. There's too much ice in my mouth.
Yeah, that's why I stick to my chocolate-covered banana. Yep.
I almost got it.
I think it's so good.
Isn't it like $1.69 or something like that?
When me and Gary go to Dell's, our total is like under $4.
You want to know how much mine was?
What?
Like $11. Mine was like the least amount. Enzo got just like mixed with sprinkles in a cup, but he got like the third largest size.
That's disgusting.
They're the kind of kids though, like I've bought them candy before and they keep that candy for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you've told me.
Yeah, like they'll eat a little bit and then just carry it around with them for like 2 weeks until they're done with it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's good that they can like portion it because I just feel like they just sit there. Now, I still think of your brothers as little kids. One's in high school, one's starting 6th grade.
Oh no, Victor said some weird shit last night.
Okay, I just imagine Enzo sitting on the couch, not talking to anyone, watching Thomas the Train.
He still loves trains. Still, not Thomas the Train, but trains.
Okay, I'm like, awkward.
No, I totally understand. No, Enzo definitely still is very secondary to Victor in like the talking department. He didn't talk very much last night, but yeah. Again, what a night.
The other day I was going to Walmart. First off, when things happen, I try to like speak to text them into my phone.
Oh no, is it gibberish?
Yeah. Okay. I saw this on a car, okay? Saw a car with "Pick at you, want to doing a dab."
Wait, let me try and interpret this.
Saw a car with "Pick at you, want to doing a dab."
Saw a car with a picture of you. No, saw a car with a picture that said, "Do you want a dab?"
No.
As in like weed?
No.
No? Okay.
On a car, the passenger door of the car, the whole passenger door, was a decal of Pikachu doing a dab.
Oh,
and then on the back passenger,
oh no,
the back passenger door of the car, it said "swag" in big letters.
I wonder how much they paid for that. Oh man, I could have gotten so much Makotos with that.
That was so bad. And then on the way, that was to Walmart, and then on the way home from work, I just like, this car pulls out, and I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. And it's just this car that has the entire windshield, the entire top of the windshield is a sticker that just says "blessed."
Oh lord.
Like,
Did
it was
have the
so
praying
big.
Hands next
No,
to
it didn't, but it was just so big.
I think the only time I've seen, is it like right above, like the front windshield right at the top?
Yeah, where it's like tinted.
Yeah. I used to have Zoom 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 on a van.
Growing up.
Yeah, growing up.
I was
like it was
no,
my
you
mom's
didn't.
van.
No, you didn't.
What? I feel like I'm just coming to the realization that's really fucking weird. It was
zoom, zoom.
It was...
What?
The Gary...
What?
Every time I talk, I think he's talking at the same
Nope, it's just you.
Otherwise, there's a ghost yelling gently in my ear because I feel like every time I talk, something else is saying something at the same time. But yeah, no, Zoom 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 was definitely a weird thing to have on a van.
But we, like, got a hold of my mom's, like, dirty stickers, and it was, like, a picture of 2 stick figures fucking missionary.
I feel like I've seen that before, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, as I was young, like, in elementary school, coming across those stickers in my mom's, room, so awkward.
Yeah,
I'm
gross.
like, what are you doing, Mom? But then also on the way home, there's this car, this broke down car, and I literally thought, oh, someone's car overheated. So they pulled into this parking lot, they pulled up the hood, and they don't have AC, so they have the doors open because they're waiting for someone, or they're waiting for their car to cool down. Like, I'm just making it normal that this car is, like, broke down in this parking lot. And as I'm, like, in traffic, parallel to this car, I realize that the inside door panels are all taken off. So it's just, like, wires and stuff.
Oh, God.
Like, it's all the hardware that's inside. The back windshield, I think, is gone. And just so many other... Oh, I think, like, the headliner is, like, coming down.
Ugh.
And then I believe there's 2 druggies just living in that car.
Oh, Lord.
And they've been there for days, because I saw this one day, then the next day, and the next day. And I it's just so creepy to me that, like,
why are they gone? Why are the side panels gone? Why did you have to take those off?
I don't know. And then why is the hood of the car up? Why isn't it just down? Each day that I see them, the hood of the car is up. If you're not fixing anything, put it down.
No, weird.
Yeah. I did not like that.
You've been weird car trouble lately.
Yeah. Oh my God. Guys, if you can hear that, my freaking boyfriend is having trouble.
A clumsy crutchy.
Huh?
A clumsy crutchy.
Oh yeah. He's having trouble in the bathroom because it's so small, and he's got, like, 4 legs now.
5.
Okay. Okay. You are so proud of that.
I'm gonna edit in a little drum roll.
But I think that's it that I have to talk about, except that girl at work that had the same shorts as me.
More context?
The teal shorts.
Right.
Cool. Yeah, so if you shop at Target, anyone you work with has, like, the same outfit as you. And I'm okay with that, you know? And I liked the way the shorts looked on her, because she's heavier on the bottom than I am. And I normally get a medium on the bottom. I got a small because they are so giant.
Yeah.
And so she fills them out more than I do, so I liked them on her. So I was, like, leaving work, and I saw her. She was the only one out there. The only one. And I'm thinking in my head, what can I say to her, right? Because, one, she just bought scrunchies from us.
Is she, like, sitting at the stairs or something? Or
she's just standing, though, like, on her phone.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just like, alright, here we go. Let's say, love those shorts. I have them, too. They look better on you. Love the way those shorts look on you. We have the same shorts. Like, I'm literally...
Are you scripting it in your head?
Yeah, I am, because I'm realizing how awkward and how, like, anxious I am to talk to people, right? I don't think I've ever said a fucking word to her, but I'm wanting to tell her, we have the same shorts, you look way better in them than me, right? And as I'm walking past her, I go straight to my car.
You just don't do it?
I don't say a single fucking word to her, and I'm, like, 2 feet away from her.
I mean, it's already awkward, just going down those stairs, because if you don't know the person, which, for me, I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
Like, you know a couple more people than me, through Gary.
Mr. Popular.
Like, already, like, trying to, like, decide, do I say, have a good night, or good morning?
Yeah.
Like, whatever. There's a couple people, like, that one guy who was sitting at the table who just started talking out loud when we walked in. I thought, second time, why do guys do this? He was standing at the end of the stairs, and every time he's out there, he'll say good morning or have a good night or whatever, which is fine. Like, just casual, stranger people talk.
Acknowledging each other instead of ignoring.
Which is fine. But I feel like I don't know. I'm generally not the person to initiate it. So there's been a couple times when I walk up, especially when I first started working there, where Mike would be sitting on the stairs on his phone smoking, and I would say good morning, and he either wouldn't look up at me or not reply or just go like a grunt or something, like he's a fucking caveman. So after that, I feel like I've just given up on talking to people.
Yeah. I just don't talk to people because half the time they're in their own conversation.
Yeah.
And then, like, the other half of the time, I don't want to talk to those people. Yeah. But then there's other people who I'm, like, okay with, Like, why couldn't I have just said fucking good night to her? Like, maybe that long sentence, maybe she didn't think that I was going to talk to her, so the first part of that sentence was going to be fucked in her head, because she didn't know I was even talking to her, right? So she's not going to hear what I just fucking said to her. She only hears the other half. I could have said, have a good night. Could have said something. She literally bought stuff from us. Her husband, her husband, had a conversation with me, a normal conversation on Instagram, what is up with ladies and me, and I can't be, I just can't say anything to them.
This is, the perfect example of how we overthink things, to the max.
I have had, I was saying one thing, about her shorts, but changing it quite a few times to, different sentences in my head.
What combination would get the least amount of words out there with the most profit?
Yeah. And then I kept on walking. And then as I, passed her, there was a stupid smile on my face, fuck you, Amanda. You could have said something.
Well, I have had, I can't think of any specific examples, but Lance can vouch for me that we've had a lot of moments where we've been saying the simulation is crashing.
Yeah, what the fuck? You just said that today, and I'm like,
do you know what that was about? I have already forgotten.
I'm just gonna let that happen. I'm just gonna let you say what you say.
Well, what happens is okay. So Lance was doing something on his computer, I don't know, trying to edit a picture or trying to find something or whatever, and we're in the living room, the TV's on, the TV's not on, the radio is on because his parents and his parents' friend are going to 70s night.
Ow.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Speaking of 70s night, my mom was like, hey, does Gary have any tie-dye shirts?
Oh my god, did they go to the same thing?
No. Is it tonight?
No.
Okay, no.
It was last week.
And I was like, he has this, white and, red and black, but it's not really tie-dye.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not, a typical tie-dye.
It's just modern tie-dye,
yeah. And, I was like, okay, why? And she's like, we're going to Woodstock Bar Crawl, because it's, the 50th anniversary.
No, it must be... Okay, a bar crawl makes sense, because it was about Woodstock at Squid Lips. So it must be moving across the bars.
Yeah, but it's the 50th, but it's today.
Oh, today might be, the last day or something.
Yeah, it started at 2, maybe the last day, or maybe just everyone's doing something different, because it's the 50th anniversary, so...
But yeah, they were about to go, so they were all in the kitchen listening to, a bunch of 70s CD music. Music? Yeah. Weird. Just skip over it. They had bought it on, an infomercial drunk, a long time ago. I don't know.
My god. Yeah. How old school is that?
Yeah, they were, super plastered. They heard these songs coming on, and the TV was like, if you want to buy this, you can get this set of, 7 CDs with 30 songs each on them for $119 or something like that. And they spent, over $100 on this.
For real?
Came in, and they were like, what the fuck is this? Didn't remember ordering it. But, yeah. They've gotten good use out of it, but...
But don't you have to call for an infomercial? Never
called...
once have I been wanting to call to place an order.
Well, they were listening to something, and Lance was doing something on his computer, and we're kind of just waiting for them to either leave or for us. It's raining, so, like, we're waiting for the rain to stop for us to leave. And I said something to Lance, and he said something, and he's like, I'm getting really frustrated with this or something. And I said, well, you should just give up. Like, just give up. And he's like, yeah, I'll give up. And then the song goes, don't give up. And I'm like, there's no pause. It went, Lance, don't give up. Charlotte, I'm not gonna give up. Don't give up. And it was, like, super perfect. There was nobody talking in the whole, like, everyone just stopped talking for, like, 3 seconds as this song says, don't give up. I have no fucking idea what the song this is.
Oh my
Definitely
God.
not the melody, but, like,
that's crazy.
It was super weird. And we went,
what
the fuck? And ever since then, shit has been happening like that. Like, we'll see something on Instagram, and then we'll be, like, in public, and somebody says something specifically about what we saw on Instagram.
Oh my God.
And it's, like, obviously, like, or we'll also, like, see, like 3 or 4 of, like, the same car on the road. Same color, same make, same year, everything. Like, right after each other. Like, whoever's making this simulation is getting real fucking tired or something, because this shit's...
Copy, paste.
Yeah. So, but that same day, we went to go pick up his parents' friend from the pool because they can't park on the road without getting towed, which, fuck that. The road is big enough.
I hate when community places do that.
Yeah. So we went to go pick her up, and I'm sitting in the passenger seat. Lance is driving. She gets in the back seat. She sits down, and it's just basic conversation, like, nothing really. I'm not even talking. And I just get this, like, puff of air coming from the back seat, enveloping my face. And I go, weed? I'm like, marijuana? What the fuck is that doing in here? What? It does not belong in this car. And, I don't say anything, like, whatever, because there's been, like, moments where his parents, like, have smoked, and it's, like, not a big deal, or his mom.
Oh, shit.
But his mom used to smoke with their friend, like, a long time ago. So I'm like, okay, well, it is 70s night, like, it's not, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Wait a second. So that happens, they're talking, I'm, like, looking over at Lance to see if, like, he'll make eye contact with me, so we have, like, that.
Like, yeah, I know what's happening.
Yeah. So we get to the house, he won't even look at me, like, he's not noticing that I'm trying to get his attention. So we get to the house, I forget about it, honestly, and I meant to, like, mention it to Lance, and we leave to go to Walmart and, like, get food and stuff, and on the way to Walmart, I'm like, oh, did you smell weed in the car? And he's like, no. I'm like, yeah, I smelled weed. I think they're gonna go smoke when they go to this Woodstock thing. He's like, okay, cool. Passing. That's it. So we forget about it, whatever. We come back and they're still at the house because it's pouring and they don't want to drive. And I'm in the bathroom changing or peeing or something. And they go, she smelled it? How did she smell it? And I'm like, oh, okay, so they're gonna admit to smoking now. So go out in the room and they're like, what did you smell in the car? I'm like, I smelled weed.
Okay.
I'm like, it's
you didn't say it in the car.
I didn't say anything in the car.
Then how did she know that you smelled it?
I go out there and Arlette's like, what did you smell in the car? And I said, oh, I smelled weed. Just, like, casually, like, I don't care. And she's like, you couldn't have smelled weed. I'm like, I know what I smelled. Like
that's
I smelled
fine.
Weed.
Okay, that's fine if the person behind me wasn't smoking, but I feel like we drove past something and it smelled like weed.
Like, it's, like, when she got in the car, she closed the door, and I smelled it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, oh, she just probably has it in her purse and just, like, a really bad, like, in a Ziploc bag. Like, that shit still smells. So, she's like, you couldn't have smelled that. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, it smelled like weed. Aren't you guys smoking? She's like, yeah, but it didn't come with it. I have it. I'm like, am I psychic? Did I know you guys were going to smoke before you did it? Like, she got in the car and my brain was like, psychic abilities are going to smoke weed tonight. And I get there and she's like, there's no way you could have smelled weed. I've had it in this house.
Was
like,
she freaked out?
Yeah, they were talking about how, like, I just did a tarot read for her, like, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago. She said, it inspired me to do more about my health or whatever, because it was pretty, like, don't just sit around and, like, wait for this to resolve itself, like, be proactive about
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's the only thing I have written in my phone. Let me see what it says, because I think I also speak to texted it. No, it makes sense. Smelling weed before they even smoked, she didn't have it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the other thing that was on here was Gary's accident.
Mm-hmm.
I have on here some racetrack stories, which I'm probably going to have for the rest of my life in abundance.
Yeah.
That I want to talk about, like Jose. Do you remember Jose?
Barely.
From Squid Lips?
The old man?
The older guy, yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, this one kind of fits in. Do you remember when it was on the same day. We talk about, I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast. We kind of talked about it earlier, how things come in threes.
Yeah,
so Sadie, you, Gary.
So the weird car with the Pikachu, the weird car with Blessed, and the weird car that homeless people are sleeping at.
Right, yeah. So this happened to me at one shift at racetrack, should I say? I don't fucking care. At racetrack, it was one day, and it was one of those days where, like, somebody called out or something, or, like, somebody called out and the store manager had to work a shift, which didn't usually happen on my shifts. So the first weird thing that happened that day was I went to the bathroom, and as I'm coming out, the door is like the one where you push in and it closes itself for the bathroom. Duh, that's like how all bathrooms work. And as I'm walking out of the bathroom, the door shuts, and the women's sign above the door, this big heavy ass sign, falls and breaks on the floor like maybe 6 inches behind me. And I turn around, screaming, obviously.
You never told me that. Oh my god.
This is weird. So much happened at that place, I'm surprised I didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was weird, and I kind of just, like, look at it like, that could have been my head. Workers' comp, goddammit. And I turn around, I'm, like, looking at my store manager, I'm like, what the hell? She's like, are you okay? Like, did that hit you? I'm like, no, I'm fine, but, like, that shit's broke now. Like, we gotta hope that the men's don't break, because that could be, like, some, like, I don't know, liability, like, not having the proper signage on the bathrooms.
Yeah.
But, so that happened. I'm like, oh, weird, huh? And just go about my shift. And then I feel like when things happen, like, really fast, it either happens in, like, the corner of your eye and you don't really see it, or, like, you turn just as it's happening and you see, like, just the end of it, like, something fast. I am at the register, looking out the front window. It's not busy, so I'm kind of just looking outside. And I watch. From maybe 20 feet away, I watch a duck fly into the window.
Oh my god.
I didn't just, like, oh my god, duck? And, like, kind of double take it.
You saw it coming. I
watched the fucking whole thing happen. Oh my god. And I'm like, oh my god. He flew into the door, or into the window, fell on the ground, kind of, like, walled it around for a while, and then flew off. I'm like, I almost got killed. This duck almost killed itself. And I watched the whole thing happen. And I'm, like, the only one kind of freaking out about this.
Everyone's like...
Because I go, oh my god! And then the person next to me was like, what happened? I'm like, that duck just flew into the window. And there was, like, gross, like, water, like, from its feathers, like, on the window and shit. It was, like, kind of gross. And so, like, I think someone cleaned it. But, and, like, nobody's freaking out about it. I'm, like, kind of, like... I feel like I'm in a movie where everybody doesn't care about something and the main character is, like, freaking out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the duck almost died. I almost died. And I'm, like, going about my shift. And then finally, a car accident happens in the parking lot.
Oh, my god.
Not just a fender bender.
This is one day?
One shift.
That's too much.
1 8-hour shift at racetrack.
That is too much.
And I'm like, at least a third thing happened. Because, God forbid, I get on the road and that car accident was me or something like that. But, like... that shit would happen to me all the time at racetrack. Like, somebody would do something gross in the bathroom. I would go to the food area, and there would be just, like, every hot dog a bite taken out of it or something.
Ew.
And just, like, maybe, like, there's a frog in the store or something. Like, these weird things would all happen on one shift. Thank God I got the fuck out of that place. But yeah, that was, weird racetrack tangent, which will probably just keep happening.
Yeah. I feel like I have some weird stories that happen at the thrift store that I worked at. I totally, like, that just popped into my head. Hey, you worked at a thrift store.
Yeah.
Because...
we've both had pretty normal jobs, like, Joann's a fabric store, and Payless a shoe store, but, like, You've worked at a thrift store. I've worked at a gas station.
And now we work together.
Hopefully this is it for a bit.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of interviews and, like, finding jobs and applications and resumes and shit that, what a drag.
But on the topic of a bird crashing into a window, when I was at the thrift store, it honestly probably was the day that the guys come over and clean your windows.
Okay.
And this bird flew in, and it was, like, the bird that's, like, the size of my hand. Like, those little...
Like, little hoppy boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those little...
I think they're, like, wrens or finches or something.
He just flew right into the window, like, beak first.
Oof.
Did your duck hit his beak?
I don't know. It was very face first, but, like, the whole body went on.
He hit his beak, and then he was literally stunned on the ground. He was... the only thing holding him up was his beak. Like, he was falling forward, and his beak was holding him up. And so I think I have a picture of it, actually. And, I was holding him, and, like, he finally came back to life, and then we let him back out. But, like, he was knocked unconscious for a moment.
Poor little boy.
Yeah.
I've had a bird fly in my garage before. But the garage, from the garage, it went in the house. But when it was in the garage, it ran into that mirror in my garage.
On the side where the car used to be?
I think they thought it was, like, it, like, ran into the mirror, and I think it, like, its beak was a little bit bloody. It, like, maybe I don't know how anatomy works on birds, but we let it go, and I think it was fine, but...
When you said a bird flew into your house, you literally just reminded me of a childhood memory.
Oh no, I recovered something?
Yeah, and I don't remember anything. So I was in this room at the time, and I had my cat Toby, which was the gray tabby. A bird flew in, and he was just going crazy in the house. And my cats at the time were indoor-outdoor cats, so like they were excited to see this bird inside.
Help me. How does that work?
I don't know. Do I bring them in at night? Is that what happened?
How did you get a kitten, too, and just be like, alright, come back? Like,
yeah, all I know is that I don't think we had a litter box. Like, they just pooped outside. Yeah. I don't remember. And, like...
But they just, on their own free will, came back in the house?
Yeah.
How?
If I let Tubby outside...
He'd never come back.
Never come back. Oh my god. But he flew in, and he, like, landed in my laundry basket. Okay. And my cat went head first for that thing. No. And they were, like, wrestling, and, yeah, my cat had the bird's head in its mouth.
Just the head?
Yeah, and was just,
like... the head was off the body?
No. Like the whole bird in his mouth at the head. Yeah, that was terrifying. He went at it, and that, like, I've never seen an animal, like... No, like... really attack an animal before.
Bronson has, like, my birds have gotten on the floor before, and Bronson will, like, kind of do, like, a deep-throated meow, and then, like, go towards it, but he'll just keep swatting it. I've never seen him try and bite it before, and, like, even with, like, bugs, anything bigger than a cockroach, he kind of just watches and leaves it alone, like, you think he's scared of it, or doesn't like the smell or something. Yeah. You know the cockroaches smell really bad? Yeah. Because Lance had told me a story, which makes me terrified of having cockroaches in my house, is he was laying in bed, and something happened, and he got this really bad whiff, and he looked over, and there's a cockroach on his shoulder.
Oh my god!
You were nodding like you knew the story until that point.
No, not the story, but, like, yeah, I know that
like
they stink.
Smell
That's
really
disgusting.
Bad.
Yeah, like I said, that house where the homeless people are, if you just...
The trash people?
The trash people. If you just go out back sometimes and say they're, like, cooking something, like, not meth, like in the
food?
Oven or the microwave. Okay. It just has this weird, warm smell that is so nasty, and I'm just like, there's so many cockroaches in that house. That's so disgusting.
It's just burning cockroaches?
Yeah, and then, like, that house that got condemned, like, that house. Yeah. I'm not going to bed tonight because I'm gonna smell a cockroach or something. Oh my god.
No, when that cockroach... Did I tell you about the time I came home late from your house and it was very recently, there was a cockroach on my door?
No.
And, okay, I came into the hallway, my door was closed.
Oh, wait, yeah, you did say that.
And the
I was
cockroach
thinking
was
garage door.
No. And the cockroach was right near the end of the door, and I'm like, I know he's going in my room.
Yeah, it sucks to live in Florida.
And he went in there, and I never saw him again. Like, I looked around for a good while, but the whole time I'm thinking and talking to Lance, I'm like, he's gonna smell bad, he's gonna be on me, and I'm gonna smell his dirty-ass cockroach self. It's gonna be so gross. Or, like, I've been, like, on my bed with my computer, like, in my lap, and just, like, in the corner of my eyes, see, like, a cockroach fly from one side of my room to the other.
I've never seen one fly in my house before.
It looks like a small bird. They're fucking huge.
I thought the way you were saying huge, it sounded like they're fucking cute. I was like, get out of my house and take them with you.
No, like, I think some bugs are cute, but cockroaches will never be on
nasty.
that list.
No, yeah. Oh my god, it's so terrifying. Oh, gross.
Mm-mm. Fuck Florida, man. I feel like...
There's a mosquito in my room. Now we're talking about cockroaches. Like...
There's definitely a cockroach within 5 feet of us right now.
Ew. Well, we all are in the corner house.
Yeah, there's outside.
So they could be outside, yeah.
But, I get embarrassed almost talking about cockroaches in houses. Yeah. Because I feel like people who don't live in, like, southern Florida, even, like, I feel like even northern Florida doesn't really have this problem with, like, cockroaches. Like, your house isn't dirty. They just live with you. It's just, that's where they have habitat. Like,
and I hate arguing this with my mom. Like, ew, there's a giant cockroach here. And she's like, it's not a cockroach, it's a palmetto bug.
Who fucking cares?
Fuck off. It's in the cockroach family. It's a large cockroach, okay? And she's like, they're just here for water, because I guess they just really like water. And, like, we have, like, a flooding backyard all the time when, during the summer. But, like, I had them more frequently, like, growing up, and I was so self-conscious about them. Yeah. And my mom would just say, like, they just like water. Cool. There's a fucking lake not too far from this house. Go there. But then I was at your house, and your grandma is up at 4 a.m. in the morning cleaning the house that no one has walked through. Dusting rooms that no one has been in.
It's her whole life. It's her job. It's to clean the house. It's
and then we were cooking, and I opened up the silverware drawer, and there was one. And, like, I was freaked out, but then I was like, that's insane. Yeah. This house is so clean, I could eat off this floor, and yet there's a cockroach here.
Yeah. They just...
So, it's not embarrassing, because, like, they're
it just feels
just
embarrassing, because I feel like non-Floridians just don't get it.
Because it's a thing that should be outside, and it's inside, and it's scared, and you're scared.
No! My cockroaches are not scared. Mine charge me.
No, yours, that one that was in the drawer, I go reaching in for it, and we both, like, ran the other direction. No, and then I never saw him.
They'll be in my garage, and I'll pull my car into the garage, close the garage, get out of my car, and my foot's, like maybe 2 feet away from one, and instead of running away to the open area, it charges my feet. And it's not just once. It's happened to me every time I see a cockroach in my garage. No. It's like, they're territorial. I wonder if they're actually territorial. Like, they think the garage is, like, their grounds. No. But they're fucking scary. Yeah. Oh my god, I stepped on one with you. Remember that?
Yeah, in your, I think it was on the rug or something.
It was on the rug that's, like, multicolored, so I couldn't see it.
Yeah, gross.
It was, like, cold and wet feeling. Alright, why the fuck are we talking about cockroaches?
I don't know. I guess have fun thinking of cockroaches all day. All night, because we just brought that into your mind.
I feel like this episode is going to be really easy to come up with a title for. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've been talking for over an hour.
I'm hungry. Charlotte, I heated up. I heated up fried pickles. And they are sitting on my counter, and I never brought them into the room.
Are they in the counter, or on the counter or in the microwave?
They're on the counter because I brought them out to bring them. Do you think
some cat ate them?
I don't think so, but I don't want to reheat them in the microwave. They were... Okay.
Sadie, are you dreaming?
They were... I cannot believe that.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna still eat them, though.
Yeah, well, what time is it? It is 10:48.
I should have been in bed by 10.
Lance texted me, something at 10:30. Last time I talked to him was 8:49.
Oh my god.
He texted me at 10:24. It's 10:48. And at 10:43, he said, okay, I have one quick question. Just where the fuck are you? So I guess
Charlotte's gotta go to her bubbies.
I'll give him a quick call. But yeah, I'm sweating a lot.
I took my bra off at the start of this episode because my tits hurt so much. And now they're just sweaty. And
Yep.
I'm sweaty. So we're gonna go turn the fans on. Say goodbye to each other. Bye to you.
This is like the most we've talked in like 4 hours. Because
Oh my god, yeah.
we've been working for like in silence. There wasn't even music
No, my
playing,
computer died, and I was like, fuck it. We're doing it silent.
We just didn't talk for 4 hours.
Yeah.
But, okay, well, I'm probably going to think of some more stories for next week.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the cockroaches, the tragic August that I'm having.
Okay, we'll talk to you guys next week.
Yep, my tits hurt. Bye.